3 days of public viewings of Pope Francis's body have ended. The Vatican sharing these photos of the ceremonial closing of his coffin. 250,000 mourners paid their respects to the pontiff who died Monday after suffering a stroke at the age of 88. Funeral preps are now underway. Italy is deploying more than 2,000 police officers and 1,500 soldiers to provide security during the funeral. About 200,000 mourners are expected to be there.
The tomb is being prepared behind a wooden barrier within St. Mary Major Basilica. The burial will take place in private. Tony Aiello is live at the Vatican with more.
Security guards closed the lines to St. Peter's Square Friday, marking the end of 3 days of public viewing for Pope Francis. The focus now shifts to the late pontiff's funeral and burial Saturday morning. Among those taking part in the service, American Kelsey Gussie.
This is such a huge honor to be a part of this momentous occasion.
The 28-year-old journalist for Vatican News was chosen to do the first reading at the funeral.
The preparations actually started this morning with a practice here in St. Peter's Square, and we learned how we were going to walk up to the ambo and how we were to read.
Gussie went to Mount St. Mary's University outside Baltimore. She met Pope Francis twice. She says the first time he blessed her rosary ring. The second time was on her birthday.
He actually wished me a happy birthday. And in those moments, I didn't see him as the head of the Catholic Church. I saw him as a grandfather. And so for me, I think I'll remember him as someone who really cared for each person that he met.
Gussie told me it's a little overwhelming to think she'll be sharing a platform with so many dignitaries from around the world, including Prince William and President Trump, who had nice things to say about the Pope as he left for Rome.
I thought he was a fantastic kind of a guy.
After the funeral mass, a procession will carry the coffin to the Basilica of St. Mary Major, where Francis will be buried. The Vatican says prisoners, transgender people, victims of sex trafficking, and unhoused people will be part of the final send-off outside the church to honor Francis's focus on the marginalized and the needy.
And then on Sunday, Cardinal Dolan and 200 other cardinals assembling in Rome will visit the papal tomb at St. Mary Major, about 2 miles east of here. Those cardinals will gather in a chapel that houses Francis's favorite religious icon, and in his honor, they will pray the rosary. Dick, Alice.
Tony Aiello live at the Vatican. Tony, thank you.
And you can watch the funeral for Pope Francis tomorrow morning. Live coverage begins at 3:45 in the morning, on air and streaming on CBS News New York.